I really think that things are going to be a lot much different if you play the eBay game. You see, last year I hardly ever listed on eBay because I sold a lot of replenishable stuff, monitors, computers, but the way it appears, it's beginning to look like the system, which is the eBay algorithm, kind of favors a shop that has continuous activities. And what do I mean by continuous activities? Oh, this might be a little bit loud, but I just have to use it. It's my wife's hair dryer, and sometimes these stickers are really very difficult to take out, and a hair dryer does a really good job in taking them out. But the only thing is you need to be careful so that you do not ruin the monitor while trying to bring this out. So what I would do is I'll basically just make it a little bit hot. See, my hand is always there to see how hot it is, and as soon as I can get a grip of the stickers, I'm just going to pull it apart, and I hope and that's it. It just goes away when you make it a little bit warm, not really hot, as not to ruin the surface of the monitor. So this other little one, and after which I'm just going to clean it up just to make sure that there are no red stickers. But it's funny because I actually take these extra steps just to make sure that the items gets to the buyer in a very good condition. But sometimes I receive a lot of stuff I buy also on eBay, and man, sometimes the sellers really don't take pains to even try to clean the stuff, and sometimes it could be very annoying when you receive an electronic device like a monitor, a computer, and you see all manners of stickers. I kind of hate stickers. So, and some other times some sellers actually try to remove the stickers, but then they ruin the housing of the electronic device, be it a monitor or a laptop or even a smartphone. You know, sometimes you just have to be careful with these things so that you don't ruin them. So you see, pretty looks clean this way. And yeah, like I was saying, the eBay game is kind of showing to me that the algorithm favors a shop that constantly have activities, not only to sell, but activities could also mean that you are constantly listing on your shop. And I kind of feel like I'm leaving a lot of money on the table if I'm only playing the replenishable item game. I've played this game so long, but eBay is what it is. It keeps changing. Sometimes you think you figured out everything, and on some other occasion you just realize that, oh, your item stopped selling, and you go back to the drawing board only to realize that something has changed on the algorithm. And when that happens, you could just go a month or two, you'll see really drop in your sales. You see, last month was bad. I had pretty good decent stuff that really felt like this item should have sold pretty much quickly. Looks pretty clean, but I can still see some little trace on the screen. I only hope it's not a scratch, because buyers of stuff like this, they are really sensitive to scratches on the screen. So yeah, looks decent. But before I will clean this further, I'll just need to check it to be sure that it's working, because it makes no sense to be cleaning it and at the end of the day only to realize that it doesn't work. That happened to me several times, you know. Yeah, that works. Looks decent. There are no cracks or there are no scratches whatsoever, and if there are, not any that should be very dramatic. All right, this is gone. Perhaps I can just go ahead and wrap this up right away. So it appears I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. So I'm kind of going to change my focus in the coming months, you know, to try to list more items on the platform. Even though I still have to put a right strategy in place to ensure that I have the right items to list, because it also makes no sense to just keep listing on the platform even when the things are not selling. So I'm going to be changing my focus. Definitely, it's not doubt, because I just keep seeing some figures and I keep looking at a trend on eBay, and I see that yes, definitely there's something not adding up. Money is being left on the table because there are so many other stuff that one could equally sell in the shop. For example, there are toys, there are remote controls, there are, Lego, so many other small stuff for kids that one could always continue to list, especially things that sell. This is pretty noisy because it's supposed to be one of the best brands in the market, but it appears apparently this is faulty. It's kind of, it could also be that this is coming from the tape in question, because sometimes it gets so loud that it's really annoying. But in the coming week, I also need to fix this to see why. I don't know, I can't remember how it was. I actually bought about 100 pieces of this sellotape. So, but I'm aware that there's a sellotape that is kind of more quiet, and I may have to really shop for that. This is Taser, it's supposed to be the best, and I have no doubt that this is not the problem. This problem might be coming from this tape. The way it was wound up, perhaps there's a fault in the production. It shouldn't be so loud naturally. So there are so many things one can really sell on eBay apart from just selling one item, apart from selling only replenishables. We're going to be looking into that. I've got friends that sell other stuff. They go to the flea market, to the thrift stores, and they just check up random stuff, try to lay their hands on really good stuff, whatever it is, and they bring it home, test it for functionality. It could be light, it could be lighting systems, it could be small circuits, it could be electric irons, the rice cooker, you know, stuff like this that you can easily find. Sometimes you find this stuff at a very good price margin. I've seen these things so many times before. I just kind of ignored them because I feel like when I was playing the replenishable game, it was really made a lot of sense because you didn't have to list all day long. You only have to set up one good offer and the offer keeps selling. Your work then is just to keep finding the exact same item, which makes a lot of sense. It takes a lot of work off you, off eBay and all whatnot. But the thing is, there is also a market for non-replenishable items, and this market appears to be very big. It's not like I just discovered Rome today. I've always known this, but now we're going to push things up a little bit. We're going to be selling everything. Not like everything, not like clothing, not like spoon, but everything that's related in the same category, which is, if I sell computers, I should be able to look for remote controls. If I sell monitors, I should be able to see perhaps what you call a navigator. If I see it in the flow market or in the flea market or in a thrift store, I should be able to buy it in as much as it works. I should be able to list on my shop and sell it for profit, you know. Yes, it might take a lot of work to set up the offer, to make sure that the offer is live on eBay. You need to make good photos. You need to list them, and you need to always research the price every time you find such offer. But the thing is, some of these items, their profit margin is crazy, and this is why I'm beginning to look in the direction of this stuff. Because naturally, if you have a replenishable item, say this monitor for example, it's a HP light display. I've got about 50 pieces of them. 50. So what that meant for me, yeah, this works. There are no scratches. This is kind of beautiful. Looks pretty clean. What that meant for me was that I just needed to set up this, make one picture, set up the offer, and it keeps selling over and over and over and again. It's a lot of fun. Makes sense. Your profit is predictable. So you can easily take funds from this point, throw it in, given that you have a predictable, almost predictable profit. You can easily throw in money and expect to get returns on your investment. It's going to be loud again, so please bear with me. Yeah, pretty loud, but it wasn't the worst, you know. So your profit is predictable, and this is one thing that makes business kind of interesting. When you have a predictable profit, you can take a lot of risk. But when it's not predictable, kind of hard to take risk. It's very hard. But in any case, like I was saying, given that one of my focus this year is to hit the thrift stores, because the money seems to be hiding there as well. That's not to say that money is not hiding in replenishables, but there's a lot of money that also needs to be made hitting the thrift stores. And this is going to be one of the focus this year. We're going to play the game just like it's being played right now, which is to hit the thrift stores. It could be a Saturday, it could be a Sunday, it could be on a Monday. Try to get as much things that are related to the things you sell, which is, for me, I sell electronic devices on eBay. I've been selling this for a long time and kind of make a lot of sense. This is not really coming from the fact that I just want to begin to dabble into some new area, but it's coming from the trend I kind of noticed that the algorithm tend to place a premium on an account that does a lot of new listings. You see, it's very hard to do new listings when you sell replenishable, because there are just so many items you can find on a replenishable basis. And the algorithm, the way it's so set up, this is from my experience, because I talk with a lot of friends and I talk with a lot of people that also sell on eBay. And sometimes they kind of let me know that sometimes things are kind of stale, which is there are no sales, things are just kind of boring, nothing is selling. And then as soon as they finish the listing, boom, immediately a sale comes. Doesn't just happen like that. I kind of believe that there's something that triggers the algorithm each time you make a new listing. So, and from my own experience, I've also realized that sometimes when I end a listing and I list the item just kind of an hour or two later, I kind of get a sale. And this doesn't just happen, because on eBay you can forget. Things don't just happen. Everything, pretty much everything has been set up, you know. So given that the algorithm, from my own experience, favors an account that sells, not only the account that sells and has good customer service, it favors an account that also ships on time, which is when it comes to the search rankings. Given that you offer very good shipping, You offer premium shipping, ship out your item in a day or two. Yes, your items are definitely going to compete in the search, but then the eBay system also favors an account that continuously lists items, new, fresh inventories. So I'm going to be making a list of potential stuff that we could sell, things that kind of are relatable, so that when I hit the thrift stores, I already have some idea what are the potential things that might be interesting. But from my experience, the things that might be interesting to really buy and sell on eBay are things that are a little bit difficult to ship, because in this way you naturally cut off the competition. Not everybody wants to deal with glass, so maybe looking at lighting sets. Not everybody wants to deal with lights, because it should be said, lights could be difficult to ship. There are very big chances that you might ruin the item, might be ruined before it gets to the buyer. You know, we're going to be making this list, like I said, and this is going to be the focus. Let us come together, guys. Let us develop something that we can fall back to, like a list of bolo items, things to watch out for. You see, you go to the thrift store, you find a calculator, you find a remote control. You should be able to say, yes, I saw this on the list somewhere, and this is not a bad thing to sell. So subscribe to the channel if you are not. Click on the like button. Let's get a conversation going concerning the list. And if you want to see how these monitors were packed, I'm going to be leaving the link here to the video. If you are interested, make sure to check it out. It was really interesting. Everything went on autopilot because now that the monitors have been prepared. So until I see you again, this is Hardwareflipper signing out. Peace.